So you're probably wondering, hey Mad Brads, why didn't you actually show us your character customization in part 1? Full disclosure, this is a separate playthrough. I wanted to do the intro just for anybody who hadn't experienced the intro who's watching this. I don't know why you would be watching this, because this is modded. There are different things in this game that you're not going to see in the actual game if you were to play it. But I digress. So, the real reason is because I have the alternate start mod. And what this alternate start mod does is gives my character a preset loadout with armor that I wanted and weapons that I wanted. Now here's my logic behind it. My character, Alexis, you see her here, look at her, she's gorgeous. Smash. You can say smash, it's okay, I won't get mad. Same. She is technically formerly from a faction that you will meet in this game called House of Varun. And as a former member of House of Varun who defected, she has some trace elements of her past provided to her. In this case, that would be the armor and the weapon that I have chosen, which is the armor from KZ Regalia. I don't know if it's called that anymore. I have to double check. And the weapon is just an Equinox. It's like a level 1 Equinox. It's not anything special. You know, I'm not cheating. I can show you in my inventory when I'm done here that I'm not cheating. But as for who our character is and her background, like I said, she's a former assassin for House of Varun, so she has this equipment provided to her. But outside of gameplay and role-playing purposes, I'm choosing traits that are not going to match that playstyle for this first playthrough. The reason being that I have this handy-dandy document with all these collectibles on it. You've got magazines, snow globes, Crimson Fleet evidence, weapons, ammo, armor, spacesuits, you know, bunch of things. It's still a work in progress. I'm still adding some stuff. I just added this right before I started recording, actually. But there are certain weapons and items that you cannot get unless you have the kid stuff trait. Likewise, there are certain items that you cannot get in your first playthrough. There are things that you have to New Game Plus for, and we will be collecting that. So anytime I collect something, I'll just pick something random, for example, a piece of Crimson Fleet evidence. Anytime we collect something, we're gonna make that green. And we're not considering this playthrough complete until that first row here is green. So the reason I have 3 is because I'm using one for when I'm not recording and I want to play Starfield. One for this, and this will be for our New Game Plus. Or any subsequent playthrough that we do that's not this one. I'm gonna put that back to red because we don't have that. Like I said, kid stuff is absolutely not who this character would have. She is formerly House of Varun. But for the sake of this run, we're doing kid stuff. We're also doing Dream Home because I love the Dream Home. I think the Dream Home is gorgeous. And we're doing Hero Worshipped because it's a funny haha Oblivion reference. This is our character. This is Alexis of House of Varun with full-grown adults. If I were to do her actual traits, I think I'd still do Dream Home because I really like Dream Home, but I would also do Serpent's Embrace and Silver-Tongued. That is the canon, I guess, if you want to call it that, stack of traits for Alexis. But we're doing this: Dream Home, Hero Worshipped, kid stuff. Alright. Now that I've gotten that disclosure out of the way, we can continue where we left off on Kreet. I almost said Vectera. We're not on Vectera anymore. We're on Kreet. So we're gonna go down. We're gonna kill us some pirates. We're gonna take these things. Properly look around the ship. Very personal slate 1.
You know the drill, Vasco. Protocol Indigo means no deviations, no distractions, no dalliances. In short, no fun. Unless, as strictly defined by Sarah, said deviations, distractions, and dalliances are completely necessary in getting this fine vessel, the Discovery-class Starship Frontier, back home in one piece. I guess I'm still technically borrowing it from Constellation, even if I have no intention of actually giving it back.
Alright, that was 1. I think 2 is in here.
Well, hey there, irate pirates. Looks like you finally did it. Boarded my ship, scrapped my bot, ripped those beautiful brown eyes out of my adorably cherubic face, and then you discovered the guy you had pegged as a treasure hunter doesn't actually have any treasure. Not anymore. It's true. I may have had a pricey trinket or two when I evaded your sorry asses at Kumazi, but brother had to buy fuel. So you get nothing, except my ghost. Because I am gonna haunt your asses till the end of your days. Which, for a Crimson Fleet pirate, is about, what, another week?
And I think this is slate 3.
Oh, I'd kill for some chunks right now. First stop when I get home. But I really need to get better about packing snacks for these long hauls. Some rhubarb boom pop. Maybe some cereal. Irvin always made the best trail mix. Added in little marshmallows for stars. I miss that.
I don't think there's a 4th one. If there is, I have not seen it. That's it. Alright. Let's begin.
I am detecting signs of life in the immediate vicinity.
Is that so?
Captain Alexis, Protocol Indigo, dictates that I am to return to the lodge with no deviations. We are here to stop the Crimson Fleet from pursuit. Nothing more.
Why is this Crimson Fleet captain after Barrett?
I have often asked Barrett that same question at various times, and about various individuals that wanted to cause us harm. The most likely answer is that Barrett personally insulted him, typically by continuing to live, usually after escaping from certain death, and often with an object multiple people wanted.
Fair enough. Who are you in Barrett, and what's Constellation?
Constellation is an explorers society founded over 50 years ago with the mission of seeking out the unknown. Members often engage in expeditions in small groups, typically 1 or 2 people, or like Barrett and myself, 1 person and 1 robot. The membership is intentionally limited and small. Should you join Constellation yourself, you will be the 10th active member.
Damn. Why is Barrett trusting me with his ship?
Barrett would say that billions of years ago, we were all one with the cosmos. So technically, you have known each other forever. But the more practical answer is likely that he needs you. The number of known people who have been affected by the artifacts is now 2. Without your investment in a Constellation's mission, he may never know more about the experience you both share. So he is showing you trust in order to gain your support.
You mind if I ask you some personal questions?
Conversational protocols engaged. I am awaiting your query.
I'd like to know what makes you tick.
You may ask me anything. I am programmatically incapable of keeping secrets.
How much do you know about humans?
Constellation has seen to it that I possess a near encyclopedic knowledge of human history, art, culture, and science. May I answer a question for you?
Okay. Do you speak every human language?
I have been programmed to comprehend all modern and ancient human languages. The only exception is body language. My body is crafted from reinforced metal, and therefore incompatible with such forms of expression.
What was the greatest invention in human history?
Logically, I believe the correct answer to be the airplane, followed shortly by the computer. Humans could not have become a spacefaring species without them.
True.
Illogically speaking, I am inclined to believe that books were your greatest invention. I have spent a good deal of time processing works of science fiction. They make good case studies in how your species could have made a mess of its entry into the stars in different ways than you did in reality.
Fair enough. Do you know any human jokes?
I am looking at one.
Ah!
I hope that was a suitable response. Constellation did not equip me with a sense of humor. I have done my best
Bro.
to make spirits.
I can't even be mad. What kind of human music do you like?
This is a difficult question to parse. I do not experience enjoyment. However, I find that the music of ancient Japan has a pleasantly mathematical sound. The same is true of the works of European composers from the Baroque period. I have dedicated significant time to processing these compositions and understanding their structure.
Alright, I have a question about something
Understood.
else. How did you become part of Constellation?
Constellation recovered me from an abandoned lunar robotics factory on Earth's moon, where I was manufactured. I am told I was in quite a state of disrepair. Barrett elected to refurbish me after the discovery. Since then, I have been reprogrammed to be useful to Constellation.
Cool. You were built on Earth's moon.
That is correct. I am a first-generation Model A robot. As such, I was manufactured on Earth's moon. Modern lunar robotics products are manufactured elsewhere.
You remember anything from before you were reprogrammed?
Some data from my time on Earth's moon remains deep in my motherboard, but I do not frequently access it. Very little of what is in those files would prove useful to modern spacefarers.
How did you get your name?
Constellation named me after the Portuguese explorer Vasco da Gama, who resided on Earth in the 15th century AD. He explored his home planet by way of its seas. Barrett tells me he was quite an accomplished explorer. I am inclined to believe it, as that is a compliment Barrett normally reserves for himself.
True.
Constellation Barrett
Wrong,
tells
I
me
didn't mean to click it again. It's a good thing they were able to fix you.
Constellation is an exceptionally driven and intelligent group of humans. I would expect nothing less of them. I will answer your questions truthfully. Unlike you, I am incapable of lying.
Do you enjoy working with Constellation?
That is a difficult question to parse. I do not experience human emotions such as enjoyment. However, I have been kept busy since Constellation acquired me. That satisfies my directive to be as helpful as possible for the duration of my existence.
Good. Do you miss the lodge while we're traveling?
In a geographical sense, the lodge cannot be missed. It is easily accessible from the New Atlantis spaceport, but I presume that you are using miss in this context to mean long for. In which case, my answer is no. I long for nothing. Barrett, however, regularly complains about missing the lodge's amenities during our travels. This has led me to the conclusion that it is a place worth missing.
Huh. I don't think I'm supposed to have access to this dialogue.
Goodbye, Captain.
I think that might have been technically spoilers, I guess. This is your first time. If this is your first time watching somebody play Starfield, I don't know why you'd watch a modded playthrough instead of a playthrough. So that's kind of your own fault.
According to the scanners,
Look at this
the
thing.
abandoned research facility is in this direction.
These guys, look at them. Want to eat one like a lobster. Come on, tell me you wouldn't look at that thing and be like, yeah, I want to eat that.
Be careful, Captain. Alien creatures are often unpredictable. I am no longer detecting signs
There we
of
go.
life from the enemy.
We should probably grab some iron. We'll need crafting equipment in the days ahead. In the travels ahead. Especially iron. I know we're gonna need a lot of that. Mankind is built on iron. Oh, there's one. I already grabbed that one. Put iron over there. Go, get that out of the way. Scan this. We will be doing 100% run. I want to scan every planet. I want to hunt every creature. I want to accomplish
under the same banner.
the galaxy.
Are typically unscrupulous and violent.
There's a couple of loot things over here. I feel like I have a sneeze stuck up in my nose somewhere. Any minute now, I'm gonna sneeze. It's gonna hurt like hell. Like that. Reactivate. Impact driver. I need an impact driver. Alright. Let's get started. You'll notice a couple of environmental details. Things might look a little different than the base game. How did those get there? Foreshadowing. Oh, nice. Omega. The following is the opening of Camille Flammarion's 1894 work, Omega: The Last Days of the World, in which a comet is set to collide with the Earth in the 25th century. People must come to terms with the end of the world and what that actually means. I'm not gonna read this. I'm just gonna read the intro. That does sound cool, though. I don't really do a lot of reading. Not much anymore. Not since I was a teenager. Truth is, what our scientists didn't know back then could fill volumes. This is a look at grav drive technology. Gravity.
Curious. These are United Colonies markings, but we are in Freestar Collective space. It then stands to reason that this was once a secret UC facility.
Okay, let's see. If I throw a party, these aren't awful jokes. They're just awful jokes. Let's take the board games too. We'll add board games to the collectibles list too. Why not? Just collect all the fun stuff, you know? Grab any loots? There are no loots. There's another book. An excerpt from Lubov Song's novel Red Rover Come Over. An alternate history where autonomous robotic rovers gained sentience, replicated, and colonized Mars before humans could form colonies. Spooky. That's the type of shit that Elon Musk wants to happen. It won't. It'll implode in on itself. Just give it time. But bro wishes he was Tony Stark. Give him that. My life chunk by chunk. 120-page autobiography of Fred Blumhardt, founder of Chunks Food franchise. You know, I think that's one complaint right off the bat that I remember having with Starfield at launch was you're not necessarily reading full books. You just kind of read like a page or an excerpt. You know, Skyrim went out of its way to write whole ass proper books, and we don't really have that luxury in this game. It gets dark in here when you turn the flashlight off. Some injector that could be useful. The history of xenobiology. Subsequent passages deal with Nilsson's fascination with the predatory wildlife of unnamed worlds. Some zero wire. Oh, flickering lights. Spooky. Is it supposed to happen, or is it a bug? Okay, it's a bug. It's not supposed to happen. Excuse me, Vasco. Just look around. Oh, we got pirates ahead. Let's clear out the enemies before we continue to loot. Let's take those worms, though. How'd they know I was a woman? Oh shit. No point hiding, I guess.
Enemy damage registered.
I thought there was supposed to be 3 of you. A nitro phaser. We'll take that. Now the area is clear. Let's take some beer. I think that's a salmon fillet. Salmon fillet. Is it fillet or fillet? I don't know. Ships of the Line cereal. Oh, there was a water packet there. Some shrimp. Okay. I think that's everything in here. Sparkling water, mochi. Dead pirates. Oh, a sandwich. I'm gonna eat that one. Take this deck of cards. Use this vending machine. What? Boom pop cherry. Okay. Oh, hi. Why were you just standing there? Why didn't you see me? Holy crap. What's this? Elias Morgan's last entry. Knew this gig was too good to be true. Should have stayed on Jemison. I'm an idiot. Those screams. I think it just got Amelia. I can hear it right outside. If you see redacteds, get this. Tell my wife I love her. Rip my goat. What a way to die. Caught with your pants down. Charles Dickens' first book, about a man who establishes a society whose goal is to travel and research human life, became a phenomenon that established the author as one of the best of his day. Is there anybody in this one? No, there's some antibiotics. Somebody had a problem. How dark and spooky it is. Spooky, scary.
Oh man, that was the best.
Classic United Colony. Put something in a cage until it kills you.
One more time.
Let's grab anything worth taking before we keep moving. Frankenstein. Mary Wollstonecraft Shelley's 1818 foundational science fiction work continues on, recounting the tale of Dr. Victor Frankenstein and his creation. I think, I don't know if it's out or not yet, but I think Guillermo del Toro is making a movie about that. I want to watch it. The foreword to a non-fictional account of life in New Homestead, collected from residents over the years, originally published in 2324. The Good Soldier. I don't know how to pronounce that name, and I'm afraid to. Sveik. I'm gonna say that it's Sveik. That's a 3-page book. That's longer than most Starfield books. I do have mods that add a couple books, so that might be one of the modded in books. Let's see. Nah, we goofed. Somewhere down the line, we goofed. Nope. Damn. Schnitz. I don't think it's either of those. I think maybe. Let's see, because we don't. Oh wait, no. We can use that one, and then these two. There we go. A solstice. We'll take a solstice. I don't really use the solstice much. It's not my go-to brand. It's not bad, you know. It's not great though. Not for the way that I play the game, I guess. Maybe it's better if you build it with lasers in mind. We'll be doing a laser build in this playthrough, but specifically for the Equinox, because I just really like the Equinox computer. Oh my lord. Let me get my handy dandy cup of water. This is gonna be a lot of reading. Hayden Wynn Personal Journal, January 13th, 2306. I can't believe it. I got the posting. United Colony Xeno Warfare Division is now official. I can't even imagine the amount of red tape they had to cut through at Mast, but it's long overdue, and I get to be a part of it from the ground up. My official title will be Associate Xenobiology Technician, and I ship out in 3 days. Amanda's upset, but I assured her I'll have plenty of leave, and I'll be back in New Atlantis all the time. I'm not sure where I'm going, definitely somewhere in United Colony space, but I guess I'll find out when I get there. I don't know if it goes left to right or top to bottom. We'll go top to bottom. What was the first one? January 13th, February 6th. Yeah, okay. So Hayden Wynn Personal Journal, February 6th, 2306. We got our first extraterrestrial candidate today. What appeared to be an alien form of Leucage venusta, essentially a giant spider. Mickelson, in full protective gear, attempted to attach the Neural Control Interface, NCI. Our security detail still trying to remove him from the cocoon, and we had no choice but to put down the creature. Jesus. A minor setback. None of us expected success on the first try. I heard Dr. Paulson tell the others that a detachment of United Colony's Marines is scheduled to deliver another creature next Thursday. Not sure how they managed it, but the UC Marines actually managed to bring us an Ashta. It's not that the Ashta is a terrifying beast and a natural predator. Those are both exceptional and wonderful qualities and essential to the work we're doing here. It's that the Ashta is native to the planet Aquila in the Cheyenne system. Aquila, home to Aquila City, capital of the Freestar Collective. Leave it to a group of ground pounders to grab a candidate right from the enemy's backyard. Though it does beg the question, have Freestar Collective scientists managed to weaponize their greatest natural predator? If so, our timetable just got accelerated. Alright. Personal Journal, May 5th, 2306. We just read that one. May 7th, 2306. Any fears that our Freestar Collective counterparts have managed to weaponize the Ashta have been completely dispelled. After the Mickelson debacle, we determined the NCI should only be attached under full sedation, so that wasn't an issue. The problems started immediately afterward. The Ashta proved incredibly resistant to synchronization, and we never achieved control fidelity beyond 47%. Dr. Chin's arm was nearly ripped off 5 minutes into the first trial. In short, the Ashta simply can't be controlled. If not by us, then certainly not by the Freestar Collective. Dr. Paulson has been in touch with Colonel Kasarov. Looks like the Marines will have another species collected and dropped off by this time next week. May 12th, 2306. Another creature, another failure. No fault of the UC ground pounders. We wanted a predator, and they delivered. These things were so alien, Paulson had a difficult time deciding on a designation. We opted for Reptans Venenum. Shame we couldn't properly sync the NCI. These things would have been spectacular, especially the poison. July 6th. Marines dropped another few specimens off this morning, totally unscheduled. Best way to describe them? They're arthropods, the alien equivalent of Homarus gammarus. Basically, giant space lobsters. Very promising giant space lobsters. I'm not entirely sure where the UC grunts found these particular test subjects. Some godforsaken backwater rock, I imagine. After the third or fourth unsuccessful trial, I stopped asking. None of those earlier species could be controlled with any reliability. As noted in my earlier logs, their natural aggressiveness made them effective weapons, but a bullet is less than useless if the gun keeps turning itself on the shooter. But these new creatures possess a perfect natural disposition. Non-aggressive, even docile, yet capable of defending themselves with deadly efficiency when threatened. And when they do go on the attack, they're terrifying. So we'll see. August 1st, 2306. We're moving. Packing up shop and transitioning the entire operation. It's happened so fast, my head is spinning. The work on the arthropods has been so successful, we're actually relocating to their homeworld. We'll have an unlimited supply of creatures for the Xeno Warfare Division. I've been named Senior Xenobiologist. That means I'll be running the entire facility. My first instinct was to tell Amanda. I'm still not used to her not being here. I'll give Mickelson credit. The guy really went to bat for me. He let the masked brass know that it was my work tuning the neural control interface that was instrumental in controlling the arthropod. I guess Paulson's being forced to retire. Good riddance. Interesting. Rip Goat. Starlocked board game. Elias Morgan's last entry. Today is the day I've been dreaming of for so long. I finally received a job offer that'll take me back to New Atlantis. My heart is still racing with excitement and relief. After years of working in this isolated, cold research facility, I'll be soon reunited with my precious daughter, Lily. I've missed so many of her milestones. Her first steps, her first words, her first day of school. Recorded video calls can never replace the warmth of her hug, the sparkle in her eyes when she sees me. Being a single mother and a dedicated scientist has been an immense challenge, but I always held on to the hope that one day I'd be able to balance both without sacrificing one for the other. I bet my parents will be happy. The job offer came from the Astrobiology Institute in New Atlantis. It's a position that perfectly aligns with my expertise in xenobiology, but without the constant danger and isolation of working on the front lines of xeno-warfare. The director, Dr. Arina Patel, has been incredibly supportive and understanding of my situation. I'll be starting in just a few weeks. There's so much to do before then. Wrapping up my current projects, handing over my research notes, and of course preparing for the move. It's overwhelming, but it's a good kind of overwhelming. The kind that makes you feel alive, filled with purpose and anticipation. I can't wait to walk through the bustling streets of New Atlantis again. To feel the sun on my face and breathe in the fresh air. Most of all, I can't wait to be there for Lily in person, to tuck her in at night, to be there for her school events, to simply be her mom. The opportunity feels like a new beginning, a second chance, and I won't take it for granted. I've sacrificed so much to get to this point, and now it's finally paying off. Here's to new beginnings, new opportunities, and most importantly, being with those we love. Dr. Amelia Hawthorne signing off with a heart full of hope and excitement for the future. Shall we tell her? Should we tell her? Another deck of cards. Let's take that. The tragedy of like every Bethesda game, you read some of like the saddest lore imaginable for a character. Like you find a corpse, it's got like the saddest story possible, and then you just turn right back around and go right back to looting. I didn't mean to open the galaxy map. I think I have both of these. We're gonna grab these anyways because I said so. I hate that button. Alright. Been playing a lot of Fallout recently, so I keep pressing the tab key to turn on the flashlight for the Pip-Boy, but it's not that. I mean, it's my mouse key. It's the scan button. I don't think I have a Grendel yet, so we'll take that. Your turn to do the dishes, dumbass. You see battle meal pack, a chunks cheesesteak. There's an egg in there. Give me that. You thought you could hide. That man's playing Galaga. Thought we wouldn't notice, but we did. Alright. There are pirates ahead, so we're gonna sneak. Nice and sneaky. Gonna get nice and quiet. Bam, bam. I don't know if that last one counted as a sneak attack. See, we could just sneak our whole way through this, but don't really want to. I don't see any. If it's so easy, why can't you find me? I'm literally standing here doing nothing. There we go. Took you long enough. Where's that one? Vasco, why are you just staring at me, dude? Could you go, like... Could you go do something for me, bud? Ooh. Spooky.
What was that?
Oh, there she is. There goes Vasco doing something useful. That was the quickest turnaround I've ever done. That was like some Western shit. Alright. Oops, sparkling water. What is it, spicy? Every time I think of sparkling water, I just think of that video of the... Maybe it was a Vine, but it was probably a TikTok, realistically. That dude making his dog drink sparkling water. This guy's got an Equinox too, but the Equinox I'm taking... He took my Equinox. Dude, are you kidding me? Okay, well, you took my Equinox, so... We have an Equinox now. I should put the cutter on the favorites bar. Either way, we do have an Equinox now, so let's use it. Check my skills. I receive 1 skill point to spend every time I level up. Need to perform 8 more stealth attacks. Let's invest in lasers for now. Soba mini bites. Grant for any loot and any dead pirates, of course. Doesn't look like there's anything here. Check that table. Some tissues. Gonna need that for the nightstand. Fiber, aluminum, antimicrobial, sealant. Analgesic? Analgesic? I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm gonna Google it. Because I'm probably gonna need more of that at some point. I'm gonna forget. I'm gonna say it out loud and sound like an idiot to everybody.
Hold them up here while Brogan sets up on the roof. I'm on it. No one's getting through.
Doesn't look like there's anything of note here. Alright, we gotta sneak again. We're back to sneaking. Don't ignore that. Let's go. Hello? Ah, I see you. Shit. Sneak attack for 2 times damage. Shot that guy in the dick. Did that count, actually? It did. Well, he caught us. I'd hope that you'd catch us after you got shot in the dick, dude. Ooh. See, I wanted combat to feel reactive, but not ridiculous. So, we're using Royal Combat. I thought about using Star Valor, but the last time I tried Star Valor, it was way too difficult for me. Which isn't necessarily like a disrespect to the mod author who made it. You know, if you like a challenge, you like a challenge. Unfortunately, I am weak sauce. I play Call of Duty on not easy, but medium. What's the third one? Don't play it on veteran, whichever one comes before veteran. So I wanted an experience similar to that. I didn't want to just be dying all the time because I can't get behind cover. Anyways, Hayden Wynn, senior biologist. Kreet Research Facility, project log, January 5th. We're at war. By establishing the colony of Vesta, the Free Star Collective have forced the UC's hand. The unmitigated gall, thinking they could establish control over a fourth star system. Such a flagrant violation of the Treaty of Nerion. Our diplomats tried to resolve this peacefully, but the Council of Governors wouldn't listen to reason. Apparently they claimed that Vesta was not a colony, but rather just an insignificant farming outpost. Nice try. By all accounts, the Red Devils and Stalkers worked in perfect unison, and the results were everything we could have hoped for. No Red Devil or Stalker casualties. Vesta's defenders were apparently taken by complete surprise, which greatly contributed to their fatality rate, 93%. Today's a great day for the Red Devils, a great day for the United Colonies, and a great day for Xeno-warfare. Note: no, it's not lost on me that this classified facility is actually located within Freestar Collective space. So goes the great game. True. Phase 2. April 5th, 2038. It's finally time. After a number of successful missions with the Red Devils, the Stalkers have proven to be exactly the weapons we had hoped for, so it's time to expand. MAST has finally approved the next stage of this facility's operations. Project Pet Shop Phase 2 will now commence. April 18th, 2308. We've officially stopped work on the Stalkers. There are enough creatures in the field to serve the Red Devils, who haven't been here to train in over a year. If they need more, we can easily gather some from the planet and fit them with NCIs. But from this point on, our focus is on Phase 2. May 1st, 2308. Throughout the settled systems, from civilized worlds to backwater bush towns, pilots have had to deal with the nuisance commonly known as the heat leech. I had my own unpleasant experience 4 years ago at the New Atlantis spaceport. My transport was delayed while the deck crew removed a few of these filthy little things from the aft thrusters. They're attracted to the heat. They feed off of it through some endothermic process, so thrusters are the perfect place for them to hide. They can take a full afterburner burst with no ill effects. No ill effects on the heat leeches, that is. A ship with an infestation can generally expect a 3 to 5% drop in thruster efficiency. Working with the heat leeches has been interesting, if not entirely satisfying. We have 11 of them in the lab, and by all accounts they're completely innocuous, save for their heat siphoning properties. But what if there were a way to weaponize them? Perhaps artificially enhance their heat siphoning to completely and instantly disable a ship. Or even better, to somehow reverse the process so that they transfer their own heat into a ship. Someday. Today, I fear we lack the means to do either. It's worth noting, some of the audio logs that we're going to find are modded, and some of them are not. The mods are in the description, in the document. You can read if you desire them. My rule of thumb, generally for any Bethesda game, is I do one unmodded playthrough. Once I've done an unmodded playthrough, that's when I feel comfortable enough to start modding. In this case, I did 2 or 3. I did a playthrough on Xbox. I did a playthrough on PC, and then I New Game Plus on PC and did a 3rd playthrough. I did pretty much everything on Xbox, but I didn't really do much on, like, I didn't do everything on PC because it's my 2nd and 3rd time playing, you know. But we will be doing everything in this playthrough. All of the side quests, we'll be doing the DLC, stuff like that. And we'll be saving the DLC for last, actually, because I have some pretty interesting mods that affect the ending of that. But we'll get there when we get there. We've got a long ways to go until then. Lots of pirates to kill and adventures to advent. And loot. Lots of loot. That is the penultimate Starfield experience, is loot. XNA Enzymes by Evolution and Design. It's another full-fledged book. I didn't read the books. Full disclosure. I never read the books, so anything longer than like a page, I assume it's just modded, because I remember picking them up to look at them, and they were usually only about a page. Yes, what I picked up just now was an M4A1. I put the M4A1 in Starfield because I think it's awesome. Judge me if thou will. Dr. Wynn Emergency Slate 1. I think I missed a slate, actually. Hold on. Oopsie. Let me take a sip of water before I read this. This is it. The end. The screams have stopped. It's right outside. I can hear it snarling, scratching, determined to break in. There's no escape. No hope. To whoever finds this, know that we tried. We tried to push the boundaries of science, to understand the unknown. But in our quest for knowledge, we unleashed a nightmare. I won't let it take me. I won't die in agony. Forgive me and remember our mistakes. Do better. Be wiser. Goodbye. Dr. Samuel Hayes. Samuel Hayes reminds me of Samuel Hayden from Doom. If we work together, I think we can find a way to resolve this problem. Okay, now let's read this one.
It's loose. The terramorph is loose. We can't stop it. When we tried to sync with the neural control interface, it just completely flipped out. Broke through its containment chamber like it was made out of paper. It killed Michelson, Cobb, and Sumatri in all of 1 minute. I'm not even sure where it is now. It took off deeper into the facility. A security detail went in after it, but good friggin' luck. When I know it's safe, I'm going to make a run for the comm relay. Try to call in the cavalry. This is Hayden Wynn, lead xenobiologist. Wishing he had gone to dentist school like his parents wanted.
I'm confused. No, I'm not confused. My bad. Okay. Terramorph specimen. Hayden Wynn, senior xenobiologist. Kreet Research Facility Project Log, August 15th. Thanks to the UC Marines, we now have a second piece of the puzzle. A fully grown alpha predator. According to my research, a group of astrogeologists made first contact nearly 100 years ago on some remote moon. The creature didn't appear to be indigenous and was alone. There's currently no record of how it got there, so it was sheer cosmic chance that the astrogeologists found it. Or rather, it found them. Scientists were quick to categorize it Ochisio Machina, roughly killing machine. The UC Marines tasked with taking it down chose a simpler name, Terramorph. I read the official record once. Of the 8-person squad, only 2 of the grunts survived, and one of those 2 lost a leg. Such an exciting time to be in Xeno warfare. NCI fitting today, August 20th, 2310. Today we fit the Terramorph with the NCI. If our experience when the grunts first dropped off the creature is any indication, our sedation window will be around 15 minutes. We better make them count. You know, I have been watching the Jurassic Park movies recently, and I think it's cool that this feels similar to that. Like, these are the types of logs that you'd expect to be reading in, like, Dr. Wu's lab. You know what I mean? Like, talking about the raptors. Raptors. The concept of raptors is terrifying. Like, oh shit. Bro. Fuck out of here. The concept of raptors is terrifying. One of my like nerd conversation starters is like, do you think you'd be able to escape Jurassic Park? And my answer for myself is no. There's absolutely no way, because I'd probably more than likely stumble into a pit of raptors and die. I just feel it in my bones. If dinosaurs ever come back, that will be my fate. Is to die death by raptor. Dr. Wynn emergency slate 2.
You're dead. We're all dead. The comms relay has been trashed. The whole room is trashed. We can't call for help. I can hear the Terramorph roaring somewhere. And more people screaming.
Was it the end? I thought there was more than that. Huh. Alright, well. Up we go. Legendary module rank 1. A unique resource for creating legendary rank 1 effects with the Legendomatic machine. I don't remember where to find that, actually. Deep mining space helmet with bolstering. We're carrying too much.
Programmed for commencing item.
Which means that, Vasco, it's your time to shine. You get to carry all the things that I don't do. Here you go, bud. What else can I give you? You want to carry junk? You can carry junk. We'll just transfer all my junk to you. Thanks, buddy.
I will await your next order.
Yes, you will. You guys want to see something funny?
You gotta be kidding me.
Oh, he survived.
We should now be free to travel to Constellation's headquarters without
Pirate commando helmet
interference.
with technician. We'll take that. Alright. Let's just kill these guys and get back to our ship, and we can go to New Atlantis. Jesus. I almost just said Codsworth. Vasco, do something. Okay, don't do that, idiot. Here we go.
Peace is no longer a viable enemy as dropped out of our view.
Oh, we get another one. I can't see him. Oh, I think I see him. I can't see him very well. There we go. I can't use my boost pack. Okay. Just saved us from fall damage. Got lucky there. Okay, we're good. We're good. Let's look around. Let's loot some things. A rescue axe. Drink pack. Black leather jumpsuit. Black leather jumpsuit. Okay. I don't know where the other two dead pirates went. Oh, there's one. I swear there was 4, but I only oh. There's number 4. Brother had a blue bucket with him. A Grendel. Don't really need a Grendel. Let's walk back to our ship. We can put those away. I see one of the planets we gotta scan up there. I think I see 2, 3, 4. It's quite a few. I think I have a couple mods that increase the amount that they spawn, and another mod that makes it so I only have to scan 3. So it's kind of a good thing. But we will be coming back to Kreet, so we don't have to scan that yet. What was that sound? Oh, it's the trilopods or whatever they're called. Hey guys. You're ugly. You look like a combination of Squidward and the little Imperial spy thing from A New Hope. Alright. Let's...
Captain Alexis,
Let's
to
go
reach the lodge, we must jump to the planet Jemison in the Alpha Centauri system, and then land in the city of New Atlantis. Do not worry, this will all become second nature before too long.
Alright. Let's go.
Welcome back, Captain. Systems online.
Taking off. I want to do a mod showcase where I show different survival based mods because I have quite a few. They're not active right now, but I do have them listed. And I feel like the one that I'm waiting for, the one that I really want someone to make so that I can cover that, is a mod that actually makes it so that you have to like clean heat leeches off your ship, because it does concern me that that wasn't a feature at all in any capacity. Yeah, we're going to New Atlantis, so we don't need our weapons. Let's just power up the grab drive.
Welcome to UC Space. Maintain your current course while we scan your ship's cargo. Scan complete. You are cleared to land at New Atlantis.
Alright. Let's land at New Atlantis. hands are kind of cold.
I suggest returning to
Whoa.
the lodge to rest. You are not looking well.
Several things just happened at once. The Pumpkin Protocol is a quest mod. We will not be doing that yet. We will do that at some point. I'm gonna say like after level 30. Level 30 seems like a good place to start engaging with like quest mods and side content. What are we doing? I don't quite want to take us to the lodge yet. I think that we will continue the main quest
Captain, Constellation, am I currently
in the next one. Transfer all category items to my ass. What we're gonna do now,
Captain.
I'm gonna go put some of this stuff away. And we are going to consult the spreadsheet. The spreadsheet. Okay, so that's not what I wanted to do. Resources, transfer all. Our storage space is not particularly good. We'll have to work on that at some other unspecified time when I can afford to build my ship up a little bit. Let me go ahead and pull up the document on screen here so that you can see it. One moment. I don't fully know how to do that. Click on this. Yeah, there we go. All right. We don't have any magazines yet. As far as weapons go, we're gonna go all the way down to weapons. These are alphabetized. Can I alphabetize these actually? There we go. So we do have a cutter. We're gonna make it green. Just gonna copy that and paste it. We do have an Eon. We do have an Equinox. We do have a Grendel. We have frag grenades and nope. I don't like that button. We do have frag grenades and frag mines. Okay. We have a maelstrom. We have a rescue axe. We have liftoff. A solstice. Am I missing any weapons? Cutter. I don't think I added modded weapons. I don't think I have like an M4A1 in here. No, definitely not. Okay. So just base game content. Spacesuits. See, spacesuits, I only did the things that are like really special, unique. The broken Constellation space helmet is kind of cheating because it's already on board the ship. We're gonna count it anyways because I said so. Throwables, frag grenade and frag mine. I already said that. Food. I did have a category for food because I like food and I think food is cool. I also have a category for medical stuff, including bandages. But for now, bitten sandwich. We got a couple boom pop things. Where's the boom pop? Boom pop. Cherry and rhubarb. We've got canic. Bacon. Double double. We've got chunks. Apple. cheesesteak, chocolate packaged. So apple, cheesecake. We've got packaged chocolate. We have a chunks egg. We have a chunks pie packaged. Let's go back up here. We have cheddar snack crackers, a container of cereal, distilled water. We've got drink packs. We've got beer. We've got milk. We've got orange juice. We've got water, white wine, full food spiced worms. We've got granola mix. We've got grapes. We have lemon. We have lime. We have a meal pack for cereal. Would it be above chicken? That would be above chicken. Meal pack cereal. Do have it. As you can see, I'm still kind of trying to find everything, and I'm trying to find typos. Misspelled shrimp. Mochi. Mochi. I don't have mochi on here. Interesting. I thought I would have had that. That's not what I wanted. Blue. Mochi. Can find mochi anywhere. I have an onion. Red harvest. We'll get to the red harvest in a moment. Seaweed something. Seaweed. Okay, I don't have seaweed. Seaweed. Mini bite. I do have. Ships of the line cereal. Snack pack. Choco bites. Snack pack protein bar. Soba mini bite. And sparkling water. As far as meds go, I have... Oh, wait, I have a couple more things here. Oops. Soba mini bite, sparkling water, Synthamite, toast, and a UC battle meal pack, and a partridge and a fucking pear tree. I had a red harvest. Red harvest, white. Yummy. And a Synthamite, multi. Okay, so as far as meds go, amp, antibiotics, bandages, heart plus, injector, a med pack, and synapse alpha. I don't think there was anything else particularly specific here. There's a couple miscellaneous things that I want to grab, including but not limited to Solar Frontiers board game, Starlocked board game. I don't know if there are other board games or those are the only two, but they are nice, so I wanted to collect them. We didn't collect anything else on this list, but we will. I just want to do a full rundown of my entire inventory and see if I'm missing anything important. Oh, legendary effects for weapons and armor. I wanted to collect those. So, duelist, antiseptic, and reactive. Some of these are also modded. But armor. See, okay, so duelist was a I'm pretty sure Duelist was modded if it's not on this list. Antiseptic. Reactive. No Duelist. Unless Duelist is up here, it is not. We can Google it. I will Google it. And if it's there, I'll add it. So let's search Starfield Duelist. No, it's modded. Okay, cool. Weapons. I swear we had bolstering. Bolstering. We do have bolstering. And technician. Technician. Cool. Oh, that's a cool looking helmet. That is a cool looking helmet. It's giving Call of Duty. I think that's all we've got. I think that's all I can put. As you can see, I have quest lines here. We're prioritizing Constellation for now up until a certain point, and then we're gonna diverge off. But for now, this is where I'm going to leave us. In the next episode, we will continue Constellation, and then I'll have a couple of things that I'd like to do that sort of branch off the beaten path. But for now, I'm gonna leave you guys here. So thank you for watching episode 2. I hope you guys had fun watching, because I had fun playing. And I will talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.